Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark are all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
The high stone walls of Strongsong stood formidable and defiant as they had done now for months in the face of the Andalian host. The battlements were packed full of crossbowmen and archers. According to reports given to Theon Bolton by his scouts and sources, the castle was garrisoned with 4,000 men. Thanks to being situated within the Snakewood Forest, Theon had no lack of timber to create the many siege towers, battling rams and catapults he now had at his disposal. The problem was his lack of manpower. He had just shy of 6,000 troops, enough to defeat the stubborn Lord Belmore on the open field, yet if he was to storm the fortress he'd lose thousands of lives, with no guarantee of taking the castle. He'd wrote to the capital pleading for more men several times. Now, months on, still none came. He offered the most generous of terms to Lord Belmore: surrender your castle, bend the knee to Andalia, and all your men shall be spared. Your lands and titles will remain yours, and you will be a High Lord of Andalia. Remain defiant, however, and we will storm your castle and put the garrison to the sword, your lordship being stripped from you in the process. His messenger had returned with the news that the Lord of Strongsong had simply laughed at those terms. The muds of the rivers shall soon be here to lift this siege and send you scurrying back to the frozen wasteland you call home. Besides, we have enough supplies to last us through winter, by which time your army will be frozen or starved, he boasted in his reply. Theon had looked over the letter a dozen times before ripping it into several small pieces. What was he doing here, so far from the Dreadfort, fighting to make a king he despised even stronger? His father and his ancestors would never have been so weak and obedient. Huge cracks had been appearing in Enger's realm ever since his folly with his septums. It was time to embrace the ancient blood of the Red Kings and the First Men. He would break free from the Andalian chains that bound his people. The days when men feared the sight of the flayed man would return. Our blades are sharp, he muttered under his breath, a sly smile spreading across his face. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Citadel with me, Grand Maester Stitch, where we're returning to the Knights of Andalia, where we are in their vale, attacking Strongsong so that we can claim all of this nice big chunk of the vale, giving us probably half or more than half of the region. Here we have Lord Theon, the Hammer of Eastwatch Bolton, who we have just had that very interesting POV from, where we look at his view as he is leading the army against the hunters of the Vale now, as the Arryns have been wiped out, other than a young boy somewhere. And we also got a little look into his independence faction as he plans to get away from Andalian rule, especially Enger Sevenstar, who, as you can see in minus 100 opinion, he absolutely despises Enger II. So yes, let's go back to Sevensport, where we have a few things to do before we carry on with the war. We have those 4 castles to give away, which I have decided where they're about to go now. We also have a few of our children that are lacking their education focuses now that they've come to age. I have added the few unacknowledged bastards that needed adding back to Enger, so here we have all the children now. I think it's 16 or 17, something absolutely ridiculous like that. We also can now open the gates. I'm pretty sure the epidemic had, about cleared by the end of the last episode. So let's open the gates. There we go. That'll make things a little bit better. Maybe, hopefully, we can get some more troops at some point, as we are a little bit lacking on that front. Let's quickly pick a education focus for Alanus Snow. Let's have a look at you. Stewardship and intrigue. Let's go for a duty focus for you then. Stewardship. Let's see if we can assign a guardian to you. Someone decent at stewardship. Manessa Rack. Yeah, let's send you to her. Be warded by a female. Yeah, that's awesome. Also, something I needed to do is Lord Corbury's son, who is absolutely ridiculously impressive. Daenerys Corbury, a genius trait. 4 years old and he's already got 4 of his traits in 6s. I want to assign a guardian for him, and I'd like to go with Sir Stefan Roseheart, that formidable fighter, hopefully making Daenerys Corbury a formidable fighter in time. That would be awesome to have this genius formidable fighter wielding Lady Phalan. That would be awesome. So There we go. What else do we need to sort out? Those castles. Right, okay, so let's see which ones we've got. We've got the castle of Eastmelt, which I believe is the castle up here in Lunar Woods, which belongs to House Crescent. Now, I'm going to give that to a first man in our court who has been around for quite some time now, the Stark Bolton bastard, Lord Dreadwolf, wherever he is. He does have 2 daughters. There he is, Roose Dreadwolf, 51. 2 daughters, both matrimonially married, so the family won't die out, and we are going to grant him the landed title, Castle of Eastmelt, send, and then we're going to transfer that vassalage over to the Lady of Lunar Woods. Let's do that. That's out of the way. There we go, Roose. Now, the second castle we need to hand over is the Castle of Gancliffe, which is in the Frosty Shore, and we're going to grant that to another first man courtier who's been around for quite some time. If we can find him, where is he? And that is Yorick Hawk, whose son does hate us, but he does have a son. I think his son is actually married to one of our lovers or former lovers, so that's why he hates us so much. But he was the old torturer that we had from quite a while ago, and we're going to grant him, as I said, the landed title Castle of Gancliffe. Put him up there, put some northern lords up there to bolster out this area with some old god worshippers. We need to transfer that vassalage to Lord Oxer. Where is it? Transfer vassalage. Perfect. Yorick Hook. Send. And then we have a castle in Wolf's Watch to give away under Lord Salzard, and a castle in Silverspear. Now, the one in Wolf's Watch is... which castle is that? Bent Barrow. No, Bent Barrow is this one. Right, so we'll do that one first then, because I remember which one it is. And we're going to give that to one of the Red Guards in our court, because they do have Sevens Guard, but that's only a commander place. They could lose it if they stop being brilliant commanders, and it could go to somebody else. So I would like to give them at least a castle somewhere, just in case that happens. Hopefully it won't. And I'm going to give that to this guy here, Madden Redguard. Grant landed title, the Castle of Bent Barrow, including lower titles, send. And you know what? I'm sure it just said we could knight you, but apparently now we can't. Never mind. Right, let's transfer the vassalage of that to Lord Silvereye. And then last but not least, we have the castle in Wolf's Watch, which we are going to give to the son of one of the most loyal men in Andalian history, and that's obviously Sir Lister Sevenstar, who has been loyal ever since the days of Enger I. I can't believe how long he's been around for now. He must really be getting old now. Where are you, Sir Lister? Sir Lister, Sir Lister. He was a very... well, here's his son anyway, Oliver Sevenstar, 16 knight, trained fighter, married to Mordain Firehand. We're going to grant him the Castle of Effrington and send, and we're going to then transfer the vassalage, of course, over to Lord Salzard, who is the last member of House Salzard, so he really needs to start getting some heirs, but if not, I will pass this then on to Sir Oliver instead. How is Sir Lister doing now? 51, still a formidable fighter, and he's got gonorrhea, because everyone in Andalia has gonorrhea apparently. But wow, he's getting very, very old now, bless him. We should probably let him retire pretty soon from bodyguard duties. A lot of our bodyguards are now getting pretty old. But there we go, that clears that up. We need to get our Hand of the King doing something. Owen's going to be very, 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 very upset now because we've given away those titles to people who aren't him. You shouldn't be improving diplomatic relations in the Sisters. I wanted to send you off to fabricate some claims, really. You can serve the Court Maester. That's everyone doing stuff there. We've opened the gates, so we should be able to get some better commanders down here now. So let's have a look what we've got. We'll go with Donald Crownless. Sorry, Tristan Greenstar, I know you've finally got the chance to do something, but now that the gates have been opened, we've got some better commanders. We could really, really do with a siege leader. Do we have any siege leaders? Because it's becoming a pain to siege these castles. We could really do... well, we don't have a King's Justice, because Lord Hook has gone north. Who can we get to do that now? I don't really know who would want to do such a thing out of these people. We'll give it to the Wildling bloke. They don't mind, do they? And new commander. Sorry, Owen, but we need to just swap you out. We really, really need a siege leader. We've got to have at least one siege leader somewhere in the kingdom, surely. There's got to be a siege. No, apparently we have no siege leaders whatsoever. Never mind. So we'll leave the commanders as they are for now then. I think that's pretty much everything that we need to do. Of course, we had most of the provinces under siege. We just need Strong Song, and that's everything under siege that we're trying to claim. The Starks do have a great force down here to help us. Hopefully they're going to start getting the Eyrie under siege, and then we can join once we get Strong Song out of the way, and hopefully that will give us the victory. 54% now against the Hunters. And one massive thing that happened, if you remember the Stormlands were invading the Rock, well, they missed out. Not the Rock, the Reach, and they missed out, and somehow the Lannisters took the Reach. So now we have like an Empire tier Lannister, High King Lucan of the Rock, who owns the Reach and has the Gardner Kings, well, Lord Paramount Owen Gardner underneath him. So that is going to be one hell of a mighty powerhouse. That is, well, definitely the most powerful kingdom now in Westeros. I know we're both Empire tiers, but that kingdom is much, much stronger than Andalia, I would wager. Especially considering most of our lords are quite disgruntled with all the stuff that Enger did with the Seps. But anyway, that's a quick catch up of everything that's going on. Apart from the Muds, they're hosting, gathering their forces to come and defend the Vale. But hopefully that won't be too much of a problem. So now we can finally unpause. We have a little bit of money. As, who was it? Someone died, didn't they? Some of your kin are unhappy that you granted a castle. Yes, I know you're going to be very unhappy, Owen, but we are currently building a castle in Sevensport in our last province, and I'm going to give that to Owen Sevenstar as a nice little retirement payment. And John is no longer Master of Whisperers for High King Enger II. John Frostfire died at the age of 53 to cancer. Well, that's a shame. He was a great servant, didn't have any children at all, which is a shame. So we now need a new Master of Whisperers, and I can think of no one better than Lord Enger the Evil. Let's get you to build a spy network. Should we go for the sisters or should we go for the Boltons? Let's go for the Boltons, because we really need to do something about Theon now, because that faction's getting pretty dangerous now. Let's see what we can do. What can we plot? I don't want to plot to kill him. Plot to kidnap. Plot to incite revolt. Plot to fabricate treason. High King wants to convince the realm that Lord Theon is a traitor. We could go for that. Or we could try and kidnap him. Let's go for that. Let's try and kidnap Theon Bolton so that we can end his faction. He does have some son and heirs now. Right, and now we can finally get back on with the war. Your Grace, I have collected an ample tax revenue in Sevensport. The money should reach you together with this letter. Excellent news, 42 gold. Perfect. Hopefully the Starks will hurry up and get themselves into position. Yeah, there we go. They're sieging the Eyrie. Perfect. Blessed upon you in... Oh, got some stuff kicking off down south. Tyroshi and the Red Mountains are at... Oh, slave raid on Dawn. Okay. Perfect. Stephen Rosehart and Lord Corbury have accepted that guardianship. At the age of 57, Clay Amville died. That's a shame. So who's his the new Lord of Smith's Forge? Lord Leopold Amville. Okay, interesting. Died of depression, apparently. Right, let's have a look at you. We could do with getting you a decent educator. You're not very good at anything, are you, for a 6-year-old? What focus did they give you? Thrift. Okay, so let's assign a guardian for you. Who's good at stewardship? Let's send you to Benissarak as well. She's pretty decent. We've got child lacking an educational focus. Ambrose Snow, you're best in martial. Let's go for struggle then. Let's assign a guardian for you. Let's have a look. Martial. Let's send you to Garibaldi Rook. He's a first man. Just like... Oh no, you're a Northman. Not... You are actually Fae for the 7. I didn't realise that. Okay. And one more. Pierce Snow. Another one of our bastards. Wow, 4 martial. So we'll go for struggle with you as well. And we will assign a guardian for you. Let's send you to Sir Stephen. Send. Perfect. And we just got loads of gold because John Frostfire just died. That's awesome. Can we hire some mercenaries? Are there any mercenaries? Oh my god, there's hardly any to buy. We've got you for 150. Sellsword. Okay, 1500. That leaves us 230. We could hire 2. Which would leave us about 80 gold. We should be able to afford those monthly payments, I hope. Let's get you on the fleet. We desperately need some reinforcements. We're very short on manpower, considering most of the Lord's haters. So we're going to have to use that money we've just inherited to try and get ourselves some sellswords down south quickly into the Vale. And another child with an educational focus. That's the thing. All these bastards are going to be coming to that age now. And Lord Anvil accepted the guardianship. Perfect. Right. Valiant Sevenstar, quick trait. Wow, 7 martial. Awesome. Let's go for a struggle for you as well. We're going to have some warrior women in this next generation, by the looks of it, which is absolutely awesome. Assign a guardian. I wish I'd sent you to Roseheart instead now, but we'll send you to Morton Truesword instead then. Perfect. Let's get those extra men down, come and help us with the siege of Strongsong, which is ridiculously well defended. It really is living up to its name at the moment, that's for sure. It has been incredibly strong. Okay, awesome. Those 5,000 Stark troops are marching on the Eyrie, which is good news. So hopefully they'll be able to get that under siege. We'll be able to hopefully join them soon. Here we go. 3,000 men have arrived in Heartsholme. Let's march those over to Strongsong to join in there. Have you really got to go through the Eyrie and ruin the Stark supply line? Okay, if you insist. You've regained some of the weight you lost. The food shortage is finally over. Good. Rodwell Steelheart has called in a favour on Bartimus. Okay. 9,000 men in the Eyrie now. They are losing men, which is a shame, but what are you going to do? Hopefully they can hold off. The Mud forces are about 10,000 or so, if I remember rightly, at least. So we have got to look out for that. But we need to send these 3,000 men to ourselves for now. Arwen of Duskendale died of depression. Doesn't really concern us too much, does it? We've almost taken this now. Come on, we can take Strongsong. And then I think what we'll do is, because the Muds are coming, we'll march onto the Bloody Gate and get that under siege. And we can block the choke point then with a decent-sized army, just to stop the Muds from getting in. That should have a very good defensive bonus. I'm pleased to hear that after a period of peace, shrewd and management, the province of Sevenstar is doing very well. People are happy and the tax collectors are reporting record intakes. Perfect. Come on, where are those 3,000? Okay, the Starks are now marching off somewhere. Where are they going? Lady Jane, the Downcast, has formed an alliance with Lord Gilwood of Eastwold. Okay, I don't think that's anything. No, it's Lady Waynwood is one of our allies, isn't she? No, I'm not accepting courtiers from Valyria. I want nothing to do with that at all. Come on, men. Hurry up and get to Strongsong so we can finish that siege. Where are those... Oh, the Stark men have marched back on the Eyrie now that we've marched past. That's good. Get it under siege, guy. Or are they... No, they're marching off east to Hardvale by the looks of it. Okay, we'll get the Eyrie once we get Strongsong and the Bloody Gate then, if you're going to be like that. Fair enough. Strongsong's about to fall pretty soon. Your Grace, since I arrived in Sevenstar, there's never been a shortage of soldiers reinforcing the troops stationed there. Under our guidance, they believe fame and fortune awaits them. Your humble Master-at-Arms, Lord Colmore Bloom. Thank you, Lord Colmore. We could do with some reinforcements, to be honest. We could really, really do with some reinforcements. Come on, come on. We're going to get Strongsong under siege. Watch this plot here. May you live in harm and contentment. We would like you to back our plot to kill Mance Snow. He is one of our rivals, so we could have got involved. And I just realised I think I forgot to auto-invite people to our plot, didn't I? Oops. Probably, hopefully, yeah, there's quite a few people who are willing to join that. A lot of the Crown Loyalists and such. That's good. At least we now do have about 10,000 men. Combined with the Stark 8, we've got a decent amount of men. Enough men to hopefully hold the Muds off, I'd imagine. One more child, lacking a focus. Let's have a look at who it is this time. Alison Snow. Okay, you've got 3 intrigue. 2 learning. Let's go. We've got, we're going to have a lot. So let's go for faith for you. We could send some of our daughters to the Seps because we've got too many, to be honest. So it seems that Gunnan Zaid, the spy master of Lord Theon of the Strangest Hills, has been sent to the Hornwood to investigate rumours of a plot. Maybe she should be silent before she finds out about my plot to kidnap Lord Theon. Have her killed immediately. 40% chance she die. Yes, go for it. We're perfect. Killed her. Awesome. What is the... with the Jogus Nye coming back again? Your Grace, your daughter, Princess Kyra, is responding very well to my tuition. She has improved her skills and is advancing in her knowledge every day. Awesome. Good. That's very good. Perfect. Right. Let's continue our siege. The Hunters. Yeah, as I was saying, there's only like 1 or 2 Arryns now remaining. This guy's brother, Prince Byron, is a Arryn, but he decided to become a Septon, so he can't inherit. But he does have 2 daughters, one of the age of 10, a son the age of 9, and a daughter aged 8, who are all Arryns. So they're literally the only Arryns remaining. It'd be good if we could get them in our court and take advantage of those at some point. Your Grace, for some time now I've been in the employ of Captain Timon, but now I seek a better station. I humbly request to join you in Sevensport. Let's have a look. No, Dragon Rider, go away. We don't want any dragons in Andalia. Not a chance. Oh wow, here comes another 6,000 Stark men, led by Donal himself, so that's good. Hopefully they're going to aid us. Come on, how long is it going to take for Strongtongue to fall? I don't dare assault it. No chance do I dare assault it, because that is very well defended. Oh, it's a level 10 fort anyway, so we can't assault it. No wonder it's been so hard to take. This is going to be a really good castle to have on our side in the Vale, especially for the future wars. Lord Owen of Grey Cliffs used a favour on Lord Jorah of the Warrior's Way to force them to join all their factions. Why? What faction have you got going? Oh, perfect. Crown Loyalist. So even though Jorah Rack hates us, He's joined it. That's good, because he was one of the people I was worried about joining Lord Theon. And I think with our lack of manpower, a civil war against the Boltons and the Racks would have been very hard to do, especially if it happens before we manage to take this Vale land. Lord Owen of Grey Cliffs used a favour on Master Robin. Okay, and Enger Sevenstar arrived at your court, our cousin, who's married to Moribald Rack. Okay, so he's come to our capital now. Interesting. Skilled fighter, quick. He's decent. Very decent. Is he the heir to the Lordship of Warriors Way? Yes, he is. And Ashara, who is our cousin. She's quick as well, so they should have some pretty decent children. Why is she turned up at our court, though? Siege of Strongsong. Finally, victory in Strongsong. The next province is only 550. We'll assault that, and then we'll move on to the Bloody Gate and get that under our control. Here comes a hell of a lot of Stark men. Perfect. For some time now, my sister Princess Violet has been complaining about her painful joints. Apparently they frequently swell up, becoming hot and aching for several hours. Call for a physician at once. She's too young to die, and Enger does love his siblings dearly. They may not love him. Let's attempt an assault. That's going to be an easy victory there. Perfect. And we'll go for another one. Should take us over 70%. Surely when we get the Bloody Gate, we're going to be about there. If I can avoid taking the Eyrie to win, I will do, because it takes so long, and rightly so. Hand of the King. What happened to Owen? Owen hasn't died, has he? Didn't come up saying he died. No. Owen is either incapable or non-human. He's now declared as incapable. Oh no. Due to advanced age, head injury, or other mental disabilities, this character is not fit for any kind of work. Incapable rulers must employ a regent. That's a shame. Why is he not already important? That really does. And he didn't have any sons alive, because Rodwell died and he had a daughter. So they're literally, his line has ended there with him. We really, oh my god, we really need to get a male son, don't we? There's still Lionel's son, isn't there? Where's Lionel? There you go, Raymond Sevenstar, who is unmarried. We need to get you married now, good friend, don't we? You're already important. Let's arrange a marriage for you. We need to get you married quickly. Have we got anybody we can marry you to? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. There's got to be someone. Jane Stark. We need to get some more 7-stars around. Leslyn Redguard. Well, we know she's fertile. She's one of our former mistresses. And so's Sarah Woods as well. Is she still our lover? She's still our lover. Leslyn Redguard isn't anymore, though, so you can marry her cousin. And hopefully she'll give you a few kids. Perfect. And we need to get those 7-stars breeding again. Right, let's have a look. We need a new Hand of the King. Well, it's going to obviously be Samwell Rack, most likely, isn't it? He is our best friend. Crap diplomacy and stewardship, to be fair, but we all know that's probably who Enger would choose, his best friend, so we'll go with him, oversee the realm. Rather than going for the best one for the job, I like to try and keep it, obviously, fitting with how Enger is, and he probably would go for someone he thinks he can trust instead. How is the siege going here now? Perfect, going pretty well, so we should be able to assault that now and gain victory there. Perfect, and there's one more province to assault, which we'll go straight for. It's up to 71 war score now. Perfect. Let's march on to the Bloody Gate and get that under our control then. Are there any other wars or such going on? Where's that mud host? Because the muds were gathering their forces, but they don't seem to be doing much about it, do they? So God knows where their actual army is. The longer it stays away, the better. I'm not complaining. I hope it does stay out of the way. Okay, we're earning money as well, which is good, considering we've got 2 bands of mercenaries, so at least we're not going to have to worry about... Ah, and there we go. There's 9,000 of them right now. Can we send our diplomats somewhere else yet? Yes, we can. Fabricate claims on Seaguard. Ready for when we invade the Riverlands for those titles. We've already got one on Mistlewood and Cape of Eagles. We just need to carry on expanding down there. We're going to get those 2 provinces, and we're going to come to the north of the Red Fork, as I said to you guys before, around Blackwood Vale and all east down to Saltpans. That's the aim anyway, unless the new Lannister Empire beats us to it. Where's that huge Stark force going? Let's get ourselves over to the Bloody Gate quickly. That's a lot of Stark men about. There's 20,000 of us now at the era, but the supply line is terrible and it's so hard to siege, so I just want to get ourselves out of here. Your Grace, your bastard daughter Eleanor is most uncooperative and is not responding very well to my tuition. She doesn't seem to listen and her skills have regressed, if anything. Eleanor Snow, she's got a fever and... okay, she's not very impressive anyway, whatever. They can't all turn out great, as long as some of them turn out decent. A couple of them are turning out pretty good. Why have we got this guy leading an army? We don't want him there. We want Darnold, Theon and Garibaldi Rook. There we go. We're at the bloody gate. Oh god, and we've not got enough manpower to... 156 defenders, is that it? Well, go for the assault straight away then. Let's get the bloody gate straight under our 81%. We're so close. But the supply line is absolutely terrible here. What's the supply line? Red Fort, 7,000. Ah, perfect. Ruffermont is 17,000, so we'll go and get that under our control next. At least we have the bloody gate under our seat. So we've got the way into the Vale under control, which is good. It's a shame you can't choose to leave a huge garrison there to keep it well defended. Okay, and it's taken a long time to autosave, which is annoying. Oh, and at the age of 58, Robin of High Point has died, leaving Lord Ryger Brightmere as the new Lord of High Point. Who's he married to? Ampheria Snow. Okay, she's a Fen. And they do have a son already, Colmore Brightmire. That's good, perfect. So at least the Brightmires, considering they've been so close to extinction many times, they're doing alright for themselves again, which is great to see. Now, where is that mud army going to come from? Because I'm very worried about that mud army. How well defended is this? 1,800 defenders. Okay, we should be able to take that pretty soon. Where's the bigger Stark force marched off to? There was another Stark force around here. Where's it gone? Okay, so the Muds are over there for some reason. You have been studying the art of mounted combat under the tutelage of a skilled local horseman. The bruises you have incurred from falling off your horse will heal in time, and they are a small price to pay for your increased horsemanship. Giddy up, we become a 4 fighter. Hey, we did want to improve our combat ability though, so at least he has done that now. Okay, so they're getting on fleets, but where are they taking them to? Are they at war with somebody else? Defending against... Okay, Liberation, and then us, that's it. Fair enough. But at least it's keeping them away. Hopefully we can win the war before they decide to march over here. We're now at 85%. Surely once we siege Ruffermont and they siege Hardvale, this war should be over. And then there'll only be half the Vale left, with 2 of those High Lords actually being very close allies to us, who are marrying 2 of our bastards into their house. Awesome, Hardvale's now under control of the Starks, which is good, so we just need to now get this under siege, and that should be the end of the war for us. 98%, we're so close. Come on, one more siege, one more battle, any sort of victory. There we go, 100%. Finally, we have won that war for the Vale. Thank God, and we're going to need a bit of peace now to try and get our own realm under control. Let's enforce demands. High King Enger the Uncaring has usurped the title Lordship of Newkeep from Harold of Ghoultown. Okay. High Enger the Uncaring has usurped the title Lordship of Heartsholme from King Cleos of Mountain in Vale. The Andalian War for the Lordship of Heartsholme, Lordship of Moonsgrey, Lordship of Crown Crag, and Lordship of Strongsong has ended. High King Enger of Andalia 1. We've successfully sieged the Lordship of Strongsong. Right, let's have a look at these properly. Let's have a look what we've got. Right, we've successfully seized the Lordship of Strongsong after defeating Lord Cleos Hunter of Mountain in Vale. Shall this territory be attached to the personal domain of Sevensport, or shall Tristan Belmore be confirmed as its rightful holder to ensure stability? Right, let's first take these other ones for ourselves. So, Crown Crag. Who rules in Crown Crag? He isn't an actual house, so where's Crown Crag? Crown Crag we will take for ourselves. High King Enger the Uncaring has used the title Lordship of Crown Crag. And Moonsgrey, let's have a look at Moonsgrey. It's also a random house, so we'll take that for ourselves so we can give it to people ourselves. High King Enger the Uncaring has usurped the title Lordship of Moonsgrey from Oswell Renwick. Why has he got... Oh, he must have run away to live with the Peaks for some reason. That's a long way away. Okay, and then Lord Tristan. They put up a good fight, and he's a cannon house, Belmore, so Lord Tristan can swear fealty to me, which will make him like us. Once we've landed 2 people in these 2 provinces, we will transfer the vassalages over to him. Let's march our army back home. So next we want to take Breakstone and Longbow Hall, really, in the Eyrie Hop. Do you know what? Next we'll probably just try and take most of it. One title can be usurped. The Kingdom of Mountain and Vale. We can actually usurp the kingdom. Usurping this title would give you 200 prestige and cost you 0 gold. Okay, let's do it. Perfect. High King Enger the Uncaring has usurped the title Kingdom of Mountain in Vale from Lord Cleos II of the Giant's Lance. After seizing Kingdom of Mountain in Vale, you've also captured the treasury of the disposed Lord Cleos Hunter. Okay, perfect. Crown of Winter has been added to our treasurer. Ah, they must have stole that. And we've also got the Falcon Crown added to our treasurer. The war has been won. Our army's enemies have been crushed and the loyalist forces have been defeated. Lord Cleos Hunter, one of your opponents, has been brought before you to hear your judgment. So I think we've actually just took all of the Vale. Let's have a look at you, Lord Cleos Hunter. Leave him be. I will judge his family justly. I want all their heads on pikes. You will decide the fate of Lord Cleos' exiled family, and Cleos Hunter shall be brought before you to hear your judgment. We'll go for that one for now. Many of Cleos' kingsmen have fled into exile. Shall I issue a decree declaring them enemies of the realm? They would maybe dissuade my bannermen from using them against me. Leave them in peace, gain 50 piety. Let's have a look. They're all Arrans. We could do with getting them in our control if we can. Where have they gone to? Let's leave them in peace for now. We need to gain that piety back, and we'll get them in our control anyway. So, does the area belong to us? What's actually going to happen? This is interesting to keep an eye on. All hail His Grace, Enger of the House Sevenstar, the second of his name, High King of the Mountain in Vale, Lord of Sevensport, Guardian of the Bloody Gate, and Protector of the Realm. All hail the King of the Vale. Cleos of the defeated royal hunter family has been brought before you. What is to be done with him? Does he actually own the hunter lands? Does he own any other lands? Let's have a look. Weak claim on the High Lordship of Eastwold. Who's in Eastwold at the minute? Okay, another hunter family. Breakstone. Aha, another hunter family. We could give him... Do you know what? Let's have a look. Release him, he has done nothing wrong. Throw him in the dungeon. He is the daughter of the Arran. I shall have his head. We'll put him in the dungeon for now. Then we can revoke the Eyrie from him. And I may give him one of the... Then again, there's already 2 hunter houses. So no, we're going to revoke the title. Yeah, we'll put him in House Arrest for now. So we've got a lot to sort out now. A hell of a lot to sort out before the end of this episode. So we won't have a mid-POV today because we've got, yeah, as we say, a lot to do. So let's march our armies back home. Bryce accepted Storm King Beric the Rich's peace offer. I can't believe we managed to usurp the Vale. I'm interested to see what's going to happen here now once we can... Let's disband the fleets. So we're King of Andalia and King of the Vale now. That is awesome. Let's see what happens when we march back home. Septon Danny of Snow has inherited Scepter of Snow from Septon Mark of Snow. Oh, Septon Mark's died at the age of 50. We now have Septon Danny Iron. What? Oh my god. Why has our Master of Coin become the new Septon? That's annoying. That's very annoying. Right, okay, so now we need a new Master... Oh no, we need a new Priest. Danny's the Master of Coin. What? Oh my god, this is annoying. Should we go for the Arran guy just to rub it in? Let's make the Arran guy our new Septon. So he's going to have to suck up to us as his king after we've destroyed his family. That is so cruel. Okay. Let's march the armies home. We've got an idle council member. Let's go perform some charity in Andalia for now. We need to give these titles out as well, but I want to get our troops home first. The war between the great powers of Andalia have subsided for now until next time. So are these all going to be actually our bannermen now, or are they just all independent at the moment? That's what I need to work out in a second. Oh no, they have all actually come to us. The alliance between High King Enger and Lady Jane has broken down. Yes, that's because they're now our vassal. Same with the Royces. Perfect. So it's just the Giant's Lance here that we need to take for ourselves in a second. The war has ended. Do you wish to reappoint the old council? Yes, I'll reappoint the old council. Come on, can we march these men home quickly, please? What can we do with you? Off and on aggression part. We can't actually revoke any titles off you just yet. But you should be sworn to us, so we need to do something about that. Lord Marwyn, the burner of Redfort, has declared Lord Marwyn's claim on Redfort war on Lord Yorick of Redfort. Okay, so you're Lord... Okay, Lord Marwyn... Okay, yeah, so he's going to try and take Redfort for House Royce. Okay, we'll leave him to that for now. Successor nomination. Laws of Snow. Sept of Snow, Danny Ironfur. Let's nominate a successor. Let's have a look. Who is our most pious man that we've got? There's no one there that I really want to put forward for that. Okay, Lord Wilbert is voted. Okay, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Let's get our troops home. Perfect, right. Disband the army. Perfect, everything disbanded. Right, so what's actually going on with you then? Do we have to call you for trial or something? Who's your heir? Your heir is Master Edrew of 2 Stone. Why can we not... Why can we not... Oh, now we can... Oh, no, that's Sir Lister. No, 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 no. You. I want to revoke your titles. Okay, so this all still belongs to them for some reason. Can we not declare war to try and take it? Offer non-aggression pact. Okay, I'm not sure what we can do there, but we do have New Keep, Moon Grey, and Crown's Crag to take. Oh, and as well as Heart's Home. So what I'm going to do is, Lord Corbury, I am going to grant you the landed title. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? The Lordship of Heart's Home, as it should be. Send. Hopefully then you'll make that your capital. I may have to do some tinkering after this. Need a priest. Yeah, go for you, whatever. Idle council member, just go and perform charity over there. Right, so that's one given away, and then we can give some new lords these areas up here. New Keep, Moon's Grey, Crown Crag. Oh, what do we do with those? We've got many a lord, many a lord that we could land. Let's have a look who we've got. Let's have a look. Got Damien Shycross, but I want to put him over on the fingers, I think. So when I move Lord Corbury, I may give him the Paps or Midlaw Point instead. I just think as a great wealthy trading family, they'd be better off by the coast. Who else have we got that we could land? I really don't know who to land. We've got so many that we could land. It's going to be hard to choose. Could make a cadet branch of House 7. We could keep some titles for ourselves. We're actually not over on our demesne limit, so we could keep some for ourselves. The Brunes. I'm going to land at the Brunes. They lost their land down south. So Sir Kenneth Brune, who is married to our cousin, we will grant you the landed title of... Which one's the best one? We've got Crown Crag, Moon's Grey, New Keep. They're all pretty similar, to be honest. Let's give you Crown Crag right up in those mountains. Let's give that to Lord Brune. Because the Brunes have completely gone from down south now. That's why we took him in. Where are you, Lord Brune? Brune. You're here somewhere, Lord Brune. Where have you gone? There we are. Kenneth Brune. Grant landed title. The Lordship of Crown Crag, including the lower titles. Send. Perfect. There we go. So the Brunes are now landed. We'll transfer the vassalage of that over to Strongsong. Transfer vassalage. Where are you? Lord Brune. Send. That also gets the rival as not being in our territory as well. Right, Moon's Grey. Who else are we going to land? There's quite a few that we can land. Let's have a look. Who are you? Horton Gannett. Who the hell are you? No idea who you are. You've just appeared. Murbold Rack. Samwile Rack. Do you know what? I might land you, Samwile. You're our best friend. I'm gonna grant you the landed title of... Do I give you Moon's Grey or New Keep? Let's give you New Keep, because then you're close to Crow's Baron where your other friend lives. So yeah, we'll give you the Lordship of New Keep. Send. Perfect. Another House Rack in the realm, one in the Vale. We need a new priest. We'll sort that out in a moment. And now we've just got Moon's Grey left to sort out. And then I'll sort the other ones out off screen in the fingers, because I'm going to have to do a bit of tinkering around to sort that out. Who do we give Moon's Grey to? It's hard to decide. Do you know what? I'm going to give it to... Where are they? About time they got something a little bit more powerful. And then we give us ourselves another branch of House Sevenstar. One down in the Vale. Where are you? Tristan of the Green Stars, who's a skilled fighter, who has a Valyrian steel sword. He's got 2 heirs as well now. Let's grant you the landed title, Lordship of Moon's Grey, including the lower titles. Send. Right, now let's transfer the vassalage of him over to you. Transfer the vassalage over to Coldwater Burnt. I'm pretty sure that New Keep should be under you, Lord Coldwater. Or do I make Lord Rack the High Lord? Then again, that'd be 2 Rack High Lords. It's probably not a good idea, is it? So, no, we'll just send Samwile over to you for now. There we go. And that's just the fingers that I need to sort out now. We need to sort our council back out. We need a new Hand of the King now that he's moved down there. We could move him back. Let's have a look who we've got. I want to pick someone that we can trust. Let's go for Sir Stefan Rosehigh. He's actually got pretty good diplomacy and all-round good traits. And we need a new septon. We haven't got one at the minute, so we're going to have to invite one to our court. Then again, no, let's go for Joe Arak back as our Master of Coin. And then, considering Danny Ironfair is now a septon, he can be our High Septon. I was going to land him as well at some point, but now I can't. We need a new designated region as well. Oh, who do I choose for our new region? Let's have a look. Yeah, we'll go for Stefan Rosehart for that position as well. Perfect. Andalia is huge. We're going to leave Royce to take Red Fort, as it's just a random house anyway. It's a shame. What house have we inherited? So we've inherited Ruthermont, which is a random house that we can replace. Hard Vale, a random house. So you guys, instead of coming up with random custom characters, if you come up with custom houses so that we can edit these houses to new Vale houses, that would be really cool. We've got Breakstone, which is House Hunter. We'll leave him as it is. Longbow Hall, a different branch of House Hunter. Old Anchor, needs replacing. Runestones, obviously the Royces. Ghoultown, should be the Graftons, but for some reason they've been moved, so I'm going to put them back there. Grey Glen, House Tollet, awesome. And they're the only ones we own for now, because we need to take this title away from him so that we can fully take all of the Vale. Let's have a look. Yeah, awesome. We're going to be able to take those pretty soon, hopefully. So there we go. We've just made our kingdom absolutely huge. So maybe we could actually face off against the new Rock Kingdom. Who is more powerful? We own the Vale and a big chunk of the North. Well, they still own the Lannister Gold and the Fields of the Reach, don't they? But we have improved this northern area to be as prosperous nearly as the Reach. So who knows? We could oppose them in the future. Now though, now that we've got to that, we need to finish getting the Giant's Lance, as I said, and then I want to get all of these provinces here in the Riverlands. This is the A Mistlewood, so we want to get, let's go on High Lordships instead, as that will be easier to tell you what I want us to get. I want us to get the Freylands here, this dark blue, Seaguard, Wickham, the Trident, and then the Blackwood Lands. I want us to own all of that, everything north of the Red Fort. We could try and get River Run maybe at some point, but that goes further south than I would like. But we'll wait and see, and then we'll see how everything else goes after that. But anyway, I think this is the perfect place to end this week's episode. So thank you all so much for watching. As always, guys, I really do appreciate it. I really hope you've enjoyed. I really enjoyed that episode. It turned out better than I was expecting. If you did enjoy, please don't forget to like, comment down below and subscribe. Don't forget to stick around for the end POV. And please don't forget as well to write down in the comments as well some ideas for custom houses to go in those new regions we've got, as well as anything else like that. And hopefully I'll see you all very soon for the next episode. It was a glorious sunny day in the courtyard of Ghoultown's castle. The usually bustling city was oddly quiet today. Not a single ship was seen leaving or entering the port of Ghoultown. The entire city seemed to be holding its breath, as if in anticipation for something to happen. Even the small folk stood in silence all throughout the city. This was the dawn of a new era in the Vale. All of the High Lords of the North, Andalia and Vale had gathered. Cormor Bloom stood in the centre of the great gathering of lords. They had been organised to sit in a crescent as they observed the proceedings of the ceremony. The Firehands, Greystarks, Royces, Blooms, Rosehearts, Racks, Starks, Belmores, Corburys and many other lords waited in silence. The lords and ladies from all over the realm had gathered for the second coronation of the king's short and impressive reign. The Arryn Queen, according to most sources, had been murdered, and now her hunter heir had lost their ancestral crown. For centuries the Arryns had ruled over the Vale from their famous mountain palace, the Eyrie. Now they were gone. Just like the Starks of Winterfell, the Falcons of the Vale had been laid low by House Sevenstar. Now this was the beginning of a prosperous era for Andalia, thought Cormor proudly. The Falcon crown was raised high into the air and lowered and put atop Enger's head. Once crowned, the Arryn Septon hailed him as Enger of the House Sevenstar, second of his name, Lord of Sevensport, High Lord of the White Knife, King of the Mountain and Vale, High King of Andalia, Guardian of Sevensguard and the Bloody Gate, Protector of the realm. Out of everyone present, Cormor cheered the loudest for his king. Cormor and House Bloom would follow House Sevenstar through all 7 hells and back, forever loyal to the line of kings who had raised them up, and King Enger II was shaping to be the greatest of them all. He had achieved more during the early years of his rule than his father and grandfather combined. Colmore's heart swelled with pride to think he would be able to watch and counsel such a great king. As Colmore knelt with the other lords before the new king in the Vale, he swore to himself that he would do everything in his power to help Enger become the greatest king of all time, someone worthy of standing side by side with the heroes of myth. The other lords watched with smiles, for their king had achieved something that many had thought impossible, just like his namesake before him. However, not all were content. Some of the Vale lords remained silent, unhappy with this foreign conqueror. If Enger wanted to usher Andalia into a new age, he would have to prove himself to them. Colmore watched them with apprehension before shaking his head and turning back to the revelry. Now was not the time for such concerns. Now was the time for a celebration and glory. Andal Northmen stood tall next to the Northmen, Crannogmen, Sistermen and the Valemen, all together as one people. For Andalia and the Seven Stars, these words and thoughts echoed throughout the entire courtyard.